Imagine walking down the street, minding your business, and some older man who appears to be drunk starts yelling at people over his glasses. At first, it sounds like a random sidewalk meltdown. But then, he starts calling people slurs, telling them they're in the wrong neighborhood, and screaming for them to get out of his neighborhood.
Where are my glasses? You should have helped me. Where are you? Where are my glasses?
What did he say?
I need you. My neighborhood. Let me tell you something. You are in the wrong neighborhood. I need to do what? You need to go down that sidewalk. Don't you ever call me by that. Do you hear me? We call another person here. I'll beat your ass. How about you do your job? Neighborhood. Get the out. Get the out.
The reason this clip hit people so hard is not just because of what he said, it's where he said it. This is Atlanta, a city deeply tied to black culture, black politics, HBCUs, civil rights history, music, and business. So when someone stands in that kind of space using racist language and acting like they get to decide who belongs there, people are not just hearing one insult. They're hearing an old attitude that black communities have dealt with for generations. And that's the part that makes the entitlement so obvious. Some people can come into black spaces, cause a scene, disrespect the people there, and still expect everyone around them to stay calm, helpful, and polite. That is not how this works. You don't get to insult a community and then act shocked when the community stops being patient with you. The woman here is important too, because look at when she decides to care. Not when he's yelling slurs. Not when he's telling black people they're in the wrong neighborhood. Not when he's turning the sidewalk into his personal stage. But once people finally react to him, now suddenly she wants to step in. And that's where I have questions. Did she think it was fine when he was calling people slurs? Did she think it was fine when he was telling people to get out of the neighborhood? Or did it only become a problem once the guy started looking like her father, uncle, husband, or family member in trouble? Because that is the part people notice. Some people can look at a white man being racist and immediately see his humanity, his age, his condition, his vulnerability. But somehow they don't have that same ounce of concern for the black people standing there being disrespected. The sympathy shows up instantly for him. But where was that sympathy when he was the one causing the harm? That's the part that makes people mad. It's not just the racist person yelling, it's the people around him who treat the racism like background noise, but treat the response like the real problem. Black people are expected to stay calm while being insulted, threatened, or disrespected, but the moment they defend themselves, everybody suddenly wants to become the peace police. And that's why history matters here. I'm not saying this sidewalk clip is the same thing as Tulsa, Rosewood, or Elaine. It obviously is not. But the pattern people recognize is familiar. Tulsa's Greenwood district was not just some random neighborhood. It was one of the most successful black communities in the country, known as Black Wall Street, filled with black-owned businesses, homes, newspapers, theaters, doctors, lawyers, and banks. In 1921, a white mob destroyed it, killed black residents, and burned down blocks of that community. That wasn't just violence, that was punishment for black success. 2 years later, Rosewood, Florida became another example of what happened when black communities were targeted. After false accusations and mob violence spread, white mobs attacked black residents, burned homes, and forced survivors to flee permanently. The town was basically erased. And in Elaine, Arkansas, black sharecroppers were organizing for fair payment for their labor. They were trying to fight economic exploitation, and the response was mass violence. Depending on the source, estimates range from dozens to more than 200 black people killed. So the point is not that this Atlanta clip is the same as those events. The point is the pattern. Black people build something, protect something, or simply exist somewhere, and when they push back against disrespect, the conversation becomes, why couldn't they stay calm, instead of, why was this allowed to happen in the first place? So no, this is not that time period anymore. You don't get to walk into a black space, use slurs, tell people they don't belong, and expect everybody to just lower their head and move out the way. Now again, I'm not here telling people to go around hitting anybody. But I am saying people are tired of being expected to absorb disrespect quietly. People are tired of being called slurs, tired of being told they don't belong, tired of watching someone create the entire problem and then suddenly become the victim when somebody finally checks them. And this is bigger than one Atlanta street. You can see it happening nationally too. Black communities across the country are being pushed out of places they helped build. Chicago has lost a major part of its black population while still being one of the most segregated big cities in America. Washington, D.C. used to be known as Chocolate City, but rising costs and displacement changed the city dramatically. Oakland, Harlem, Brooklyn, Atlanta, and parts of Los Angeles have all seen versions of the same pattern. Black culture makes the place valuable. Then black people get priced out, policed, or treated like outsiders in the places they helped create. That's why protecting black spaces matter. Not because people need to exclude everybody for no reason, but because ownership matters, land matters, businesses matter, culture matters. If people do not protect those things, somebody else can move in, rename it, raise the prices, police the presence of the people who were already there, and then act like they discovered the neighborhood. So that means more ownership, more community investment, more black-owned businesses, more people buying and keeping land, and more people who understand that selling everything off for a quick check can mean losing the culture right behind it. Because even in spaces where black people are just minding their business, somebody can still show up looking for a problem. And when that happens, people have to decide whether they are going to keep letting that slide or whether they are going to protect the spaces they still have.